Guys, feast your eyes on the class of 1986 Honda Vf1000R, red, white, and blue. This is one of those rare, once in a every blue moon, we'll get in a bike the guy had owned since brand new, 1986. He has all the documentation, the brochure, the manuals, and every magazine test. He had a lifelong obsession with this thing. And this is 100% original, right down to the original windscreen on it, original grips, showing 12,124 miles. The only items that aren't original are the brand new gold chain, all the service items and fluids and filters, and of course the Bridgestone Battle Axe tires, which have 95% tread left on them. So yeah, we just went right through it, rebuilt the carbs, gave it a full comprehensive resurrection work order, went through all, changed all the fluids, and I'll go over that in a minute. But before I bore you to tears with that, let's go ride this thing. I'm gonna put the docs away in case it rains out or something, but here we got the clean title, the original owner's manual, the original shop manual, the original service manual, and every magazine from the day, Cycle World, Cycle Guide, every issue that they featured this bike in the year of 85 and 86. It was in like 5 different magazines, and the original brochure, the setup instructions that came with it, and the motorcycle reports. So full documentation in a 3-page work order. I'll go over the work order when we get back, but I'm itching to ride this thing, man. Let's go. Guys, this thing, when's the last time you saw a 40-year-old Vf1000R this low miles and this clean with their original stock pipes on it? It's just absolutely unheard of. Sorry to interrupt our regularly scheduled program here, but we've got a unique situation where we fast forward 2 months later, same exact motorcycle with the same exact miles, 12,180.6 miles on it, but the bike was sold to one of our clients. He left it on display in the museum for a couple months, and it was just shipped to his house. And when it was shipped there, the shipper took it out of the trailer, and it was rolling it out of the trailer and dropped it and cracked the fairing on this side right here. That's the only damage that we saw was on the fairing. There is a small nick in the back of the pipe right here also. So the bad news is it was sold. The good news is that it was dropped, and the guy that bought it, we gave him the option to either return it for a full refund, or and that's what he decided to do. So he returned the bike, and we're putting it up for sale. Please watch the rest of the video for details and understand that's the damages that were done are on the fairing up here. If you know someone who has a body shop, you can probably get that. It's fiberglass, so that can definitely be repaired and repainted. If you want to get an estimate on it, this video would probably be enough to get that. It might have bent the clutch lever a little bit. No damage to the fuel tank. Ironically, the bottom of the fairing here, I don't see any damage on the bottom of the fairing. Do you see any?
No.
Looks perfectly clean.
Yeah, the top one.
And there's a couple spots on the fork. The guy who shipped it tied it down by the forks right here and wore some of the paint off on the fork right here. You see that right there? I don't know if you zoom in to see that. And a couple scratches on the fork over here. So I don't know if he got fired of his job. I hope not. But yeah, he definitely screwed up. He dropped it. He'd only been with our shipper that has done thousands of bikes for us he had shipped just about 100 bikes. So it wasn't his first bike, but he didn't make it through 100 bikes without dropping one. And that was an expensive mistake for sure. But if you look at the bike, you can see, well, you'll see in the video, it's exactly as it was. So he never started it. He never rode it. It was dropped in the driveway of his house as the guy rolled it off the back of the trailer. So then it was rolled right back in, and here it is going up for sale. So watch the rest of the video. Read the ad. It's being sold on eBay again. So if you want to look, the completed auction is probably still on eBay. It sold for $12,500. So it's enjoy the rest of the video. This could be a blessing in disguise for someone who can't afford $12,500 but knows how to do body work, if you know what I'm saying. So the reserve will be adjusted accordingly for the damage done, and it's going up for sale. Call Junior if you have any questions. Watch the rest of the video, and God bless. Super smooth. 40 years ago. That's why there's none of them around in this shape, because most of the guys rode the wheels off of these. Why wouldn't you, you know? This definitely hauls ass. Four-cylinder, 4-stroke, liquid cooled, 6-speed. Super smooth, very little vibration. Suspension's on point. I think I would have rather had this than my Ninja 650 at the Penguin Road Racing School, for sure. Mr. Turbo himself, Justin Smith, went through the carbs on this, and I've got a comprehensive write-up of everything he did. In the shop for a total of 52 hours. He went through everything on the bike, mechanically and cosmetically. It's definitely ready for another 40 years. Super steep roads here in Rockville. Bike performs flawlessly. Shifts, clutch, carburation, everything's on point. Engine's nice and quiet. The original exhaust is intact and excellent condition. About as good as it gets. It's as good as it was brand new, mechanically and cosmetically. Electrically, the bike's a 10. The electric start, the turn signals, all 4 turn signals, brake light. Everything works as you would expect it to on a brand new motorcycle. Brake light, high beam, low beam, horn. Typical Honda. Take care of them, they'll last forever. One owner bikes like this are generally the most desirable because, well, the guys are paid up for them. They take when they're new and they take care of them. Beautiful view from up top here. This one is fully sorted. The guy sold it to us, wanted us to, bike ran when we got it, but the carbs hadn't been, I don't think had ever been cleaned, and didn't run perfectly. Needed the fuel system service, so we took care of all that, changed the oil in it. Went to the detail shop where they did what we call a rotisserie detail. That is from the bottom of the tires to the top of the bars. Every square inch of the bike is steam cleaned, hand washed, polished, then waxed. We use a product called New Coat. We got that from the Lars Anderson Museum. They use it on the expensive cars there. It's once a year, wax, protects the finish beautifully. The brakes are on point on this thing. No evidence of the bike ever being dropped or abused. Definitely a well cared for machine. If you're going to get into showing vintage bikes, or you want to buy a bike that's going up in value, not going down in value, this would be a good specimen. Low miles, performs phenomenally. You can race this in the US CRA series or ARMA. We only use shippers that we've dealt with before, so it'll come to your door exactly the way it is now. Well, that was fun. Definitely I got the coolest job on the planet. Get to test ride these classics and all the new bikes. I'm going to be riding a couple more super bikes after this, so I'm going to put this gear to good use. Go over the work order here. We did a comprehensive, thorough going through on the bike. The tailpiece was removed, both side covers were removed, the gas tank was removed, removed the air box and filter, pulled the carbs from the bike, split the carb rack, replaced the fuel in it, inlet O-rings, reassembled the rack, and then bench sink the carbs. Removed the pilot and main jet in every carb, cleaned every passage, set the float height, reassembled the carbs, installed it in the bike with a new fuel pump, replaced all the fuel lines, replaced the fuel pump, got the bike running, set the pilot screws to 3.5 turns out, replaced the chain with a new 530 gold chain, cleaned the sprocket, installed new grips on it. So we went through the entire carb and fuel system and filled the tank with VP94 ethanol-free fuel, new grips, Spectro 1040 oil, topped off the brake fluid front and rear, tested all the electronics. They work perfectly. The bike came to us with every single light and switch on it working. Look at the original saddle on this thing. It's mint. That's 40-year-old upholstery. Has the solo cowl on the back, which can be removed, so you can take advantage of the pegs and take your girlfriend for a ride on it, or your wife. So we also went through a lot of the gaskets on the bike. We pulled the sprocket cover, pulled the countershaft cover, we replaced the shifter seal, replaced the countershaft sprocket seal, replaced the clutch pushrod seal, and then reassembled the countershaft cover and countershaft covers. So tire pressure set to 36 psi. The fork air pressure, the rear fork air pressure was set to 35 psi. So as far as the parts that were used, it has a new gold chain, new fuel pump, new grips, 3 feet of 5/16 inch fuel line, new fuel lines, a new neutral light bulb. I guess that was the one light that was out. A gallon of Spectro 1040 oil, new seals, shifter seal, countershaft seal, BP fuel, new fuel lines, and that was it. So all original cycle parts are intact and present on this bike. No evidence, as I said, of it being dropped or abused. It's just a one-owner classic. It's super ultra rare to find one that's 100% stock. In addition to all the detailing services, they also repainted the side of the engine case over here and the side of the engine case over here, and repainted the exhaust, as you can see, up to the aluminum muffler. Touched up a little bit of the aluminum frame paint, repainted the chain guard, and cleaned the wheels thoroughly. So the total work order came out to 52 hours of shop labor at $150 an hour is $7,800, and then 292 in parts. So the total came to $8,092 plus tax. So it was $8,605 on top of the purchase price of this pristine classic. So it will be sold with an appropriate reserve based on the condition and value of the bike. It's ultra rare Vf1000R. They didn't make a lot of these, and very few of them survived 40 years in original mint condition. So if you've been looking for one of these, it's an absolutely stunning piece of red, white, and blue with the gold triple clamp, aluminum mufflers, killer graphics, black rims. Bike's 40 years old and it still looks badass. So definitely timeless design. If you ever heard one of these with a set of pipes on them, they sound wicked. But if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Ask for Junior. We'll hook you up. We can finance this. We take trades and we'll ship it right to your door. White glove service. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.